Hello po, pakinggan natin ito.
Communists who I want to kill. I asked her to tell them that, but she refused, saying, I did that. They might harass the Philippine military training institutions. So this was the president repeating a conversation he had with his daughter, Vice President Duterte. But that statement is, you friends, you communists who I want to kill. How does the president justify this particular statement?
Well, Karen, I'm not at liberty to actually discuss our legal defenses on TV. No? The proper forum for this would be with the fiscal's office as well as in court if it is in fact filed in court. No? But having said this, perhaps it is appropriate to state that there is an ongoing armed conflict in the Philippines. It has not ceased. It is classified as an international armed conflict by the International Committee of the Red Cross, which is the guardian of international humanitarian law, the law applicable in times of armed conflict. So that's all that I'm at liberty to state now, because that's a fact. People at the Communist Party of the Philippines, tagged as a terrorist group, not just in the Philippines but abroad, are killing the fellow Filipinos, killing poor Filipinos, in fact, exacting illegal taxation and carrying out judgments without proper court trials. No? So let's put it at that, and that's a fact of life. And of course, the president has always been clear.
Go ahead.
They're real friends to the CDP and PA.
Okay, so are you saying that the president saying, friends, you who I want to kill, is justifiable under the law?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that as a statement of fact, we have an ongoing armed conflict in the Philippines.
Okay, but I wanted to ask you because Article 282 of the revised penal code is quite clear that issuing death threats can be prosecuted as grave threats under Philippine law. Would you classify the president's statement as grave threats?
I don't think so, because whenever the military asks the communist terrorist groups to surrender, otherwise they will be decimated, is that a grave threat? I don't think so. That's about an exercise of police power.
No, but we're talking about a former president who is actually in national TV telling a lawmaker, I want to kill you.
Well, people can make that conclusion, but as I said, we are going now to the legal process, and it is a burden of the complainant actually to prove all the elements of the crime, including identifiability of the victim.
But when can you identify something as a death threat or a grave threat? You being a lawyer, if somebody says, Attorney Roque, I will kill you.
Okay, na-trigger lang ang isip natin dito sa sinasabi ni Rocky during his interview with Karen Davila. No, parang paulit-ulit na yung armed conflict, pagkatapos yung mga communists. Okay, na maliwanag yung sinabi niya, there is an ongoing armed conflict in the Philippines. Okay, agree tayo diyan, ano? Pero sa tingin ko, paano yan, yung kaunting lugar na lang ang may ganyan. Sinabi ko nga, ito ang reason ko, ano? Dito sa Pangasinan, kasi taga Pangasinan tayo, nagbiyahe tayo every now and then. Mamasyal o may pinupuntahan kaibigan. Yan ano. Ngayon, talagang wala naman tayong nakikitang mga civilian dyan na may baril, na dahil okay, may mga grupo na yan, di armas, pagkatapos linalabanan yung mga authority. Wala naman tayong nakikita na ganyan. Pupunta rin natin din tayo sa Ilocos, hanggang doon sa yung Party City dyan. Wala naman tayong nakikitang mga kwan nga. Okay? Kaya ang conclusion natin, talagang kung mayroon man mga communist pa, kung mayroon pang mga communist group dito sa Pilipinas, nasa mga isolated area na yon, wala na. Okay. Sabi ko nga, yung kwento ko, nagsimula ako sa DSWD, Department of Social Welfare and Development. Okay, ngayon, ang isa sa mga trabaho ko ay pinupuntahan yung mga area na may mga NPE surrenders. Okay? Pero talagang naman, isolated din during those period. I think it was 1986, 87. Okay, mayroon ng kwan doon. May mga NPA talaga noon. Pero sa ngayon, ngayong nakaretira tayo sa DepEd kasi lumipat tayo sa DepEd, then wala na akong nababalitaan na ganyan. Kaya yung laging sinasabi na kailangan ng confidential funds dahil sa may mga NPA and so on, hindi na ako naniniwala dyan. Okay? Pagkatapos, ano na naman yung sinasabi ni Roque, kailangan ang confidential funds para matrain daw yung mga estudyante, ano, para malabanan yung mga NPA. Dapat hindi sa DepEd ang gagawa ng training. Okay? Dapat sa armed forces. Kasi ang tinutukoy na naman dyan ROTC. ROTC graduate ako, pero anong natutuhan namin doon nung mag-marcha lang at saka kaunting lecture? Hindi namin naranasan yung mag-firing. Okay, yun ang gusto kong pansana, yung hindi lang marcha, kundi kung minsan may dala kang baril, turuan ka kung paano gumamit, limbawa, tatakbo, pagkatapos dadapa, babaril, ganon. Pagkatapos sa kampo talaga, military camp, hindi dyan sa school campus kung saan napakaliit na area, pagkatapos ang daming nanonood. So, anong matutuhan mo dyan na talagang yung ng military tactics kung dyan lang sa school campus ang nangyari. So, yun ang gusto nila yan. So, dahil na naman sa ROTC na yan. Ngayon, hindi naman ako against sa pagprepara ng ating mga kabataan para maging sundalo, no? Ang sinasabi lang natin, yung tamang paraan. Hindi ganyan sa military. In fact, gusto ko nga na dapat itong mga maraming standby na dito, once in a while, turuan sila ng mag-undergo sila ng military training. Kahit na ilang buwan lang. Okay, kasi hindi nga natin alam, baka in the future magkakaroon ng conflict, ano? So, kailangan natin ng mga Pilipino na handa to handle this situation. So, ganun lang. Muli, thank you. Sana i-like at saka subscribe sa ating YouTube channel. Mabuhay tayong mga Pilipino.